What's up, ladies? Welcome to my channel. Today I am doing boho braids with Ywigs. So I got the pack in the mail and they actually sent me 4 packs of braiding hair. But the star of the show is the water wave bulk hair that I will be using to create the overall boho look for my braids. So really this is just my hair before, giving fluff, and I'm really excited to do these braids, so let's just get into it.
Alright, so hopping right into the style, I'm using the Shine and Jam from the beauty supply, and I'm literally just using this to put down the parts of my hair so that I can make sure the parts are like super precise. So this beginning sector really is just me showing you guys how I started off my parting. This was like really important to me personally. I seen this method on TikTok and it actually made the process go really faster, and it just made more sense to me once I started doing it. So basically you part off the top half of your hair. So you're gonna part from behind one ear all the way across to the other ear, and then you're going to tie the 2 front sections away, and then you'll do the back section first, and then once you finish the back section you'll start on the right or the left side and then go to the other side and finish. To me it just made the process a little bit more smoother, so that's basically what I'm doing here.
Alright, so it took me a minute to figure out how long I actually wanted to braid and all that stuff, but I added about 4 to 5 pieces to the braid, and then I added the curly end. I'll show you guys once I get a little bit closer to the front how exactly I added it in there, and then at the end I'll add the curly pieces to actually come out of the braid as well. But this is what she's given, and it goes all the way down to the bottom of my behind. So let me get past this little back section and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna show y'all how we make it do what it do. I'm getting ready to do this braid right here, but I just want to show you how much I've done so far. Now I don't have the cleanest parts, but I usually don't really care about that because who gonna check me by my parts? Anyways, if you want the perfect parts, I would recommend getting the little 3-way opening mirror off of Amazon. My sister has one of those, and when she's doing her braids, because she actually cares about her parts, they actually do end up looking super neat, and you can just put it on the back of your door. But I decided to go with kind of like butt length, and with the braids I am adding basically like the curly ends to the ends like I showed you guys before. So I'm going to do this braid and then I'm going to show you guys basically how to add the curly hair in there.
Now for the braid itself, I did go in with the Shine Jam and first coated around the box where the braid is going to be, and then I coated the entire hair strand. I found that this just made the braid a little bit more seamless. So I start off the braid, just a regular, kind of like a plait or knotless braid. I braid down about 4 to 5 times, and then I'll start with the first section of hair, and I like to place it between my middle finger and my pointer finger, and then I twist and continue braiding. So I braid down a couple more times, and then I add a second piece, third piece, fourth piece, all the way down to the end. But for me personally, I found adding about 4 to 5 thin pieces to the entire braid throughout the entire braid was long enough for me, and just made it the perfect girth that I wanted for my braids specifically. Now this next part might be a little confusing, but I'm going to show you guys how I add the curly ends to the bottom. So you're going to take the curly end and place it in between your middle and your pointer finger. Then you're going to adjust your fingers so that you have the 3 pieces. So I added the piece to the middle, and then I'm going to flip it over, and it's going to be added to the right side. And then you just continue braiding down until you can't braid anymore, and literally that just locks in that curly end. So for me personally, I decided that I was going to go with this method instead of trying to add all the boho pieces in between the braid while I was braiding it down. So I started off with the knotless braids, adding the curly ends at the end, and then later on we'll add the curly boho pieces in between the braids. I definitely took my time with this process overall. So I did the entire back section the first day, and then the second day you guys will see that I finished out the rest of the hair. Like I said, that pre-parting process that I did honestly just made my life so much easier. And for me personally, when I braid my hair, I find it that I get a little confused or like not sure how I want to part once I get to like the crown area of my head. So me making that little part from the back of the ear to the other back of the ear made it just so much easier for me to just still do straight parts all the way across instead of trying to do curved parts and then they're not, and one side's curved but the other side's not curved enough. I always find that to be an issue personally when I'm braiding my hair. So definitely try that out. But I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about the bulk hair that I received from Ywigs. So it is the 24-inch water wave hair, and let me just tell y'all, I've done boho braids before, and it was with synthetic hair, and the hair just got really tangled. So I was really excited to try the bulk human hair with these braids. I've actually had these braids for about a week now, and personally, just whenever the curls get a little stiff, a little janky, I literally just spray the braids with water and then go through a mousse, and the hair looks brand new again. So that is definitely a super plus when doing your boho braids with the human hair. So make sure you guys are checking out the links in the description box to purchase your bulk hair from Ywigs.
That's that most city, that's high, that you can't go around at night. You like to get me high, you don't want no one beside you. You like when I make bodies, say the flame can make you higher. Let me come inside you, let me plant that seed inside you. That's the kiss, only thing that's the whip. Only thing that was real, only thing I can feel. So why you bother me, why you bother me? Trying to catch you in the week. 2:30, baby, won't you meet me by the beam? Too early, baby, later you could show me things. You know what it is whenever I visit Windy City. No, 30 degrees, way to go, so hold me tight. Will I see you at the show tonight? Will I see you at the show tonight?
Hey. Truck to the plane, to the truck to the hotel lobby. Me, I go through underground garages, presidential suite on deposit, elevator up to the room, shower up and then we hit the club. Touchdown, gotta see what's up. Area code in my phone. What numbers do I still have? Who do I know from the past? Hit one, she say she got a man. Hit another one, it goes green. Must've changed foes on the team. Remember when you let me in between? That was 2017. All good, chug a look around. Find one to see my type. Damn, my dog and he know what I like. He done found me plenty in my life. Problem is I meet a girl tonight, then I go and treat her too nice. Galleria credit card swipes. I don't even know.
Okay, so now that we've done the knotless braids and we added the curly ends, now it's into adding this bulk hair for the overall boho look. So I took my crochet needle, and personally what I decided was the easiest for me. One, I started in the back, so I begin with pulling out the braid that I'm going to add the hair to. And instead of putting it through the middle of the braid, I just crocheted the needle through one little section of the braid on the side. I found that it made it a little bit more seamless. So I crocheted through the side of the braid, pull the hair through, and then I loop it twice. So loop first, one time, twist the hair, and then loop again, and then pull it tight. And when you crochet through the side of the braid, it definitely just hides that knot a little bit better versus doing it through the middle of the braid. So I went through each braid and I crocheted about 4 to 5 pieces on each braid so that it would give me like that super full look.
Typo, nah, girl, I got it, that's like, though, I can show you bigger things than that. It's gonna be a minute till I'm back. Let me get your images that last. Amex had a limit in the past. I had plenty women in the past. I done plenty sinning in the past. You don't need to know, but you can ask. Sticking on your backstage pass, all access, cause you bad. You could go wherever with that ass. Show to the shower, to the truck to the club for the party. You go in first with your girls, cause I don't know who's out there watching. But I do know one thing though, women, they come, they go. Saturday through Sunday, Monday, Sunday, yo. Maybe I'll love you one day, maybe we'll someday grow. Till then I'll sit my drunk ass on that runway, on this one way.
2:30, baby, won't you meet me by the beam? Too early, baby, later you could show me things. You know what it is whenever I visit Windy City. She blowing me kisses, no. 30 degrees, way to go, so hold me tight. Will I see you at the show tonight? Will I see you at the show tonight?
Like a glance from the past, you can see the start, through the frame, you're the poster of what
The closer I got to the front of my head, I did start crocheting more water wave hair towards the top of the braids, just so that I could have like a little bit more fluff at the top. And then also when I put my hair in like ponytails and stuff like that, I can have a couple of curly pieces hanging out in the front as well. I feel like they turned out perfect with the curly ends added in to basically match the bulk hair that was crocheted inside of the braid as well. Because I've seen boho braids, but people use like flexi rods or perm rods at the ends and the curls just don't match. But this is just giving, it's given, okay? And this is my birthday hair, so shout out to Ywigs for the bulk hair and the braiding hair. So as you guys can see, it turned out super full. So the next step is to go ahead and dip the hair. Now with this human hair, the human bulk hair, you are able to dip it with the human hair, and then the dipping it just basically locks in the braiding hair as well. After I dipped the hair, I dried it off and I went in with the Yo Fave Wrapper Mousse from Kaleidoscope Products. And I just went ahead and put that all over the braids from top to bottom. But I'm going in with the mousse and I'm going to put that all over in the roots as well. Massage that in a little bit, and we're going to put on the scarf in just a minute. But first, before we put on the scarf, y'all know I got to lay the edges. Now lately for me, myself, to lay my edges, I've been getting the best results by just curling my edges first with my mini flat iron, and then I'll go in with the Got to Be glue and the Got to Be spray. So I'll find like a little piece of paper or surface and I'll put the Got to Be glue there first, spray the Got to Be spray over top of it, and then put that on my edges and lay them, and they stay for 25 billion days. Like, they literally do not move. They be in place and they be laid every day as soon as I take off my scarf. But once the edges are laid, I'm gonna put on my scarf. And that's literally it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial on the boho braids using the bulk hair from Ywigs. Make sure you guys check the description box for all the links and information. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys subscribe for more beauty content from myself. Hope to see you guys in the next one, and love ya. Mwah.